Bhuyastvam tapa atishtha.
Bhuyastvam tapa atishtha.
Vidyam chaiva mad ashrayam.
Vidyam chaiva madashrayam.
Tabhyam antarhidi Brahman.
Tavyam antarmiti Brahman.
Lokan drikshyasi apavratan.
Lokam drakshyasi apravratan.
Bhuyastvam tapa atishtha.
Bhuyastvam tapa atishtha.
Vidyam chaiva mad ashrayam.
Vidyam chaiva madashrayam.
Tavyam antarhidi Brahman.
Tavyam antarhidi Brahman.
Lokam drakshasi apavratan.
Lokan lakshyasi apavratan.
Bhuyastvam tapa atishtha.
Bhuyastvam tapa atishtha.
Vidyam chaiva madashrayam.
Vidyam chaiva madashrayam.
Tabhyam antarhidi Brahman.
Tavyam antarhidi Brahman.
Lokan drakshasi apavratan.
Lokan drakshyasi apavratan.
Bhuyastam tapatishtha.
Bhuyastvam tapatishtha. Vidyam chaiva madashrayam.
Tavyam antarhidi Brahman.
Lokan drakshasi apavratan.
Bhuyastvam tapa atishtha.
Bhuyastvam tapa atishtha.
Vidyam chaiva madashrayam.
Vidyam chaiva madashrayam.
Tavyam antarhidi Brahman.
Tavyam antarhidi Brahman.
Lokan drakshasi apavratan.
Lokan drakshasi
apavratan. Bhuyastvam tapa atatishta.
Bhuyastvam tapatishtha.
Vidyam chaiva madashrayam.
Vidyam chaiva madashrayam.
Tavyam antarhidi Brahman.
Tabhyam antarhidi Brahman.
Lokan drakshasya apavrtam.
Lokan drakshasi apavrtam. Bhuyastvam tapatishtha. Vidyam chaiva madashrayam. Tabhyam antarhidi Brahman. Lokan drakshasi apavrtam. Bhuya, again. Tvam, yourself. Tapaha, penance. Atishta, be situated. Vidyam, in the knowledge. Cha, also. Eva, certainly. Mat, my. Ashrayam, under the protection. Tabhyam, by those qualifications. Antaha, within. Hridi, in the heart. Brahman, O Brahmana. Lokan, all the worlds. Drakshasi, you will see. Apravratan, all disclosed. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O Brahma, situate yourself in penance and meditation and follow the principles of knowledge to receive my favor. By these actions, you will be able to understand everything from within your heart. Purport. The mercy the Lord bestows upon a particular person engaged in executing the responsible work entrusted onto him is beyond imagination. But his mercy is received due to our penance and perseverance in executing devotional service. Brahma was entrusted with the work of creating the planetary systems. The Lord instructed him that when he meditated, he would very easily know where and how the planetary systems must be arranged. The directions were to come from within, and there was no necessity or anxiety in that task. Such instructions of Buddhi Yoga are directly imparted by the Lord from within, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 10:10. O Brahma, situate yourself in penance and meditation and follow the principles of knowledge to receive my favor. By these actions, you will be able to understand everything from within your heart. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Anna. Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, and this Srimad Bhagavatam is the most prosperous literature. It gives us not only the theoretical understanding of the concepts, nature, and identity of the Supreme Lord, but also gives us the practical applications which we can apply in our own life and thus follow the path and achieve the highest goal of our life. And this section of Srimad Bhagavatam is very beautiful because this particular chapter is the description of the prayers which Brahmaji are doing in order to receive the mercy of the Supreme Lord. And starting from this, we have seen the birth of Brahmaji, and now in this particular chapter, Brahmaji started praying specifically for creative energy. Now, if we can see, Brahmaji is the representation of all the living entities. He is the highest living entity in the entire universe. We can say the first living entity. And Brahmaji by his example is showing how we should be praying to the Supreme Lord, and as well as what we should be praying to the Supreme Lord. So all of us has some kind of creative ability. Maybe the domain is different. Brahma's domain and responsibility is much, much bigger than ours. Sri Brahma's body is made up of buddhi tattva or intelligence. Brahma's body is made up of intelligence, pure buddhi tattva, and responsibility to create the secondary creation after the primary 23 elements are available in the universe. Right? And we have seen many times that 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam, the first 2 topics describe about Sarga and Visarga. Sarga is the element, the creation of elements by the Supreme Lord, and Visarga is further secondary creation by Brahmaji. Now, although we have seen that this is in the middle or the 51st year of Brahmaji's life, which is called Padma Kalpa, and Brahmaji is recreating, but still Brahmaji, since it is in his samskara, impressions of creation is there in the heart of Brahmaji, But still Brahmaji is so bewildered, illusioned and scared. And he has some kind of fear in his heart of how I am going to create the entire universe once again. And on top of that, how I am going to give all the living entities the bodies according to their previous karmas. So Brahmaji is under anxiety. And we have discussed previously also, that this kind of fear is a healthy fear or is a good fear, and a devotee should carry this kind of fear while associating with the modes of material nature in this life also. Because if we freely mix up with materially motivated people and material, if we go in the environment which can invoke our material desires more and more, this kind of situation our devotee should fear. Although in our practical lives, or we can say our real lives, this is also real, but I have heard this word a lot, that this is my real world and this is just a theory, which is not true. Our bhakti life is our real life, and all other things should be surrounded around it. You know, our real life is this. Hmm? Sometimes it sounds like that this is some extra curriculum activities, right? Going to temple on Sundays is extra curriculum activity, but what we are doing from Monday till Friday, that's what is my real life, my children, my family, my things. But unfortunately, this is a big illusion. And this is a big illusion, and because of the presence of this illusion, hmm, life of a living entity, this is a life of spiritual being who is experiencing human life. But we just turned everything and we are thinking that I am a human being who is experiencing this spiritual life by going to the temple on Sundays and doing some kind of association on Fridays or maybe on Saturdays. My free time is for my bhakti, not my main time. And that's a big illusion. And that's why if we consider and if we treat our this life as real life, then other things will going to fall in place. And and that's what Brahmaji is facing, the fear of associating with materially, associating with the modes of material nature. And specifically in 22nd to 22nd to 25th, Brahmaji is making a request to Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. He is saying, can you please bestow your mercy on me so that I can recreate and I create with introspection. Introspection, that means I look inside me and then I create. And then in the next verse, Brahmaji is saying that I don't want myself to fall under the ditch of this false prestige of being a creator. And we all know that Brahmaji is the secondary creator, and Lord Garbhodakshaya Vishnu and first Purusha Avatara, Karanodakshaya Vishnu, is dealing with the material energies and the Jiva Tattvas. Even Krishna is not directly dealing with Jiva Tattva and the Maya potency. Karanodakshaya Vishnu, first Purusha Avatara in material universe, he is the one who is dealing with Jivatmas and material potency. And that's why Brahmaji knows that this material potency belongs to Karanodakshaya Vishnu, and that's why he's so scared. While dealing with the modes of passion, how this word material universe being created by which mode?
Passion.
Yeah, mode of passion. And maintenance is mode of goodness, and destruction, annihilation is mode of ignorance or tamas. Yes. So that's why Brahmaji is fearful that this Rajogun, or the mode of passion through which I am creating this universe, don't overcome me with the mentality that I am the creator. I am not the creator. So Brahmaji is just like a gardener. He is just like a gardener. So when we see a garden, We always think about a gardener, and gardener plays a very important role. He plants the seeds and he gives water to the plants. He put some what you say, khad or nourishment in the soil, so that the plants grow nicely, garden remains nicely, and on time to time he just trim the garden. He makes the garden look so beautiful. So all these things, he takes out the weeds timely. So Brahmaji is like a gardener. But is gardener the only important role while keeping the garden intact? No. The seeds, from where the seeds have come, sunlight, wind, and all other things, elements which were there before, and gardener is using it to plant the seed and growing and maintaining the gardener. So that's the job of Brahmaji, being a gardener of this material universe. But if gardeners start thinking that I am the one who is producing these seeds, because of me, all this the growth of this seedling is happening, the plants are growing, that means that gardener is an illusion, is under the illusion. The reason being, the process of a seed to become a plant, it is a natural process, and it is happening because of the presence of sunlight, wind, or air, or water. All these things are also important factors, and we can say, if we cut sunlight, air, and water, all those natural ingredients which the gardener is using, then you tell me, will the garden is going to survive? No. So Brahmaji is just like a gardener, and he is requesting the Supreme Lord that please maintain me just the position of this gardener with no false prestige. And then Brahmaji in next verse 22, 23, and 24, he said that, because from my body, Vedas, the sounds of Vedas are coming. And let me give this benediction that I hear this vibration, sound vibrations of Vedas, and outwardly I create the universe. But I just, by my wisdom, by my spiritual wisdom, I always concentrate on the pastimes of yours, Lord. And till 24th and in verse 25th, Brahmaji is trying to wake up the Lord. Lord, please wake up and give me your directions. And in 26th, Maitreya Muni is talking that now Brahmaji, after praying and composing all these 25 verses for creative energy, now he is silent, as if he is tired of speaking. We all have our limitations. So Brahmaji also had his limitations. So he's tired of speaking, and now he wants Lord to speak up. So starting from verse 26, now Lord Garbhodakshaya Vishnu started speaking. Supreme Lord has seen that Brahmaji is dejected with the waters of devastation. As I mentioned earlier also, this is the first day of 51st year of Brahma's lifespan, and this story, which comes in Canto 3rd, is the story of Padmakalpa, first day of 51st year of Brahma's life. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his commentary has given this, and also 2.10.47 talks about this, that now Shukadeva Goswami is going to recite the stories of Padmakalpa. And so the last day of 50th year, devastation happened. And this devastation happened up till the Brahmaloka. Every day, at every night of Brahmaji, annihilation is happening. This annihilation is happening from the Patala Loka till Swargaloka. And even the 4 upper planetary systems, Tapaloka, Janloka, Maharloka, and Satyaloka, they are also not getting so much affected every night of Brahmaji. And how the annihilation happens, we have already seen from the head of Anant Shesh, fire just emanates and it burns up everything. So in that situation, gross bodies of all the living entities just get burned out. And the living entities, they reside in the bowl of lotus flower where Brahmaji is sitting in Satyaloka. But this is the special kind of annihilation at the end of 50th year of Brahmaji, where Garbhodakshai Vishnu blink. For Garbhodakshai Vishnu blinks once. So elements of creation, they are not getting annihilated at this time. But from Patala Loka till Satya Loka, everything gets annihilated, and the lotus flower along with the stem goes back to the body of Garbhodakshai Vishnu. And the subtle bodies of the living entity is still there. Because this is the annihilation which is happening in the middle of lifespan of Brahmaji. So now that water of devastation is still there. And the winds are also there, which is winds are making this water of devastation to dry. And Brahmaji is there, and he is very dejected with these, by everything about his surroundings, with the waters of devastation. And he is so feared. And he has so much fear of recreating the grass bodies. Imagine the situation of Brahmaji and compare it with ourselves. When we have given such an important task where everything around in my surrounding is such topsy-turvy, right? Nothing is in place, right? It's just like getting inside the house where everything is just, outside, your chairs, your pillows, everything is topsy-turvy and you don't know from where to start from. And the Brahmaji's position is like that. From where I should start from, I don't know. And the Lord is also not speaking. He is in my meditation. I am praying, but he is not even speaking. So now, Lord Garbhodakshai Vishnu, he understood this, that Brahma is in fear, in anxiety, and he is suffering because of the winds of devastation and waters of devastation. So then Garbhodakshai Vishnu, he started speaking. He said, "Oh my dear Brahma, please don't worry. You are the source of Vedas, and when you are the source of Vedas, then nothing is going to bother you. You are going to recreate the world again, and you have the knowledge. You are the source of knowledge." And then Brahmaji, he questions. This dialogue is given in the commentaries of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary of Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. So, and then Brahmaji says, but I cannot see all the planetary systems because there is only water. Everything is indebted under the water. So Brahmaji is saying, I am not able to see anything. So how can I create? So here, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, this is the point of Garbhodakshai Vishnu or conversation which Garbhodakshai Vishnu is saying, and he's saying, "Oh Brahma, situate yourself in penance and meditation and follow the principles of knowledge to receive my favor. By these actions, you will be able to understand everything from within your heart." So, Garbhodakshai Vishnu is saying, you just close your eyes and meditate upon me. And by this meditation, I am going to reveal in your heart all the planetary systems. And you will be able to recreate everything when you can see all the planets, positions of planets in your heart, because I am going to reveal that knowledge to you from within. And it is just like a writer, he writes what he sees from inside. So it is just like that. Garbhodakshai Vishnu is saying, Brahma, don't worry. You just meditate upon me, on my mantras, and I am going to reveal everything to you from within. And Srila Prabhupada in the purport, he is giving the reference of 10.10 of Bhagavad Gita. So 10.10 is a part of what?
Chatushloki.
Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita. And we have Chatushloki Bhagavatam also. But we can see that there is a difference. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Chatushloki, why we call it Chatushloki? Because these are the 4 verses, 2.9, chapter Canto 2, chapter 9, from 33, 34, 35 and 36. Why we call that Chatushloki Bhagavatam? Because these are spoken by the Lord himself, directly to Brahmaji. These are the verses of Bhagavan or Lord himself to Brahmaji. And in other, in rest of the Bhagavatam, we can see that there is a conversation which is going on between different personalities. So, but why we call 4 seed verses or Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita when the entire, almost entire Bhagavad Gita, starting from chapter 2, Bhagavan himself is speaking. Why we are saying that this is 4 seed verses? We are saying this is 4 seed verses in spite of the fact that almost entire Bhagavad Gita from chapter 2 and 18, Krishna himself is speaking, because these 4 seed verses is explaining the essence of the entire Bhagavad Gita. And what is the essence? We know there are 3 tattvas or 3 identities. What are that 3 tattvas or identities? Sambandha Gyan, Abhideha and Prayojana. And then we'll start from 10.8 Bhagavad Gita, 10.8. What is that sloka? Aham sarvasya prabhuvo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam bhutha bhava samanvitaha. So Krishna in 10.8 is explaining, I am the source of all the material and spiritual world. From me, everything is coming. And one who knows this, Buddha Bhava Samanvita, he become Buddha. And with Bhava Samanvita, he understands me. Krishna is saying that. So this 10.8 explains what? Sambandha Jnana, that is my relationship with the Supreme Lord. Who is he? Abhideha, the process that I have to understand this, and Prayojana. And Prayojana is what? That my ultimate goal is to achieve the love of the Supreme Lord. And Chaitanya Charitamrita explains very clearly, our Prayojana is prema, love of Godhead, and Abhideha is bhakti, and Sambandha Gyan is Jivera Swarupa Hoye Krishnera Nityadas. So 10.8 explain about these 3 identities or tattvas. And let's go to 10.9. What is 10.9? Madachitta madagata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti charamanti cha. 10.9 explains what? Then Abhideha and Prayojana. So I don't have too much time on going in these 4 seed verses, but if we actually discuss these 4 seed verses, then we really need 2 full hours for this. So I'm going to explain in brief, because 10.10 is here, and it is very important. I mean, extremely important. What is 10.10? Okay, 10.9 Krishna says, my devotees, they talk with each other about my descriptions, and thus they find satisfaction. That's the Abhideya and Prayojana. And that's how they attain me. What is 10.10? 10? Desham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. So Krishna is saying in 10.10, and which is, I am going to give that buddhi or intelligence from within to my devotee who knows 10.8 and 10.9. Who knows me, and 10.10 says, Krishna says, I am going to enlighten with this, with my own knowledge to a devotee who wants to know about me. Krishna explained himself that I am the supreme. And then the process comes. And 10.10 again describes the abhidya, the process. This is the process. Tesham satata yuktana bhajatam priti purvakam. That who is actually worshipping me with preeti, with love. Preeti purvakam. Many times we just bhaj or perform devotional service, but subtract. So, Preeti Purvakam. That Preeti Purvakam, Krishna talks about the pure devotional service here with love. Preeti Purvakam. And for those devotees, even they are not that scholarly, they don't know anything. Krishna from inside gives that intelligence. And Prabhupada in purport writes beautifully about Buddhi Yoga. I suggest everybody should read this about Buddhi Yoga, what Prabhupada is saying in this 10.10 purport. 10.11, Krishna is saying, Jnana Deepena Bhashyata, that I just, Jnana Deepena Bhashyata, from inside, I just light that lamp for that devotee. So similarly, Krishna in this is suggesting Brahmaji, why are you worrying? You are my devotee. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Only my devotees can understand me, and you are my devotee, surrendered soul unto me. So there is no fear for you to worry about the creation. I am going to help you because I am going to reveal everything from inside. I am going to reveal where are the planets. And with that information, you are going to recreate everything. So don't worry about it. And in next sloka, text 31, I'm not going to steal the information here because yet to come tomorrow. But 31, Krishna, Garbhodakshai Vishnu is mentioning about specifically about bhakti. He is saying with bhakti, one can attain me. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Shri Krishna in first 6 chapter, Karma Yoga is there. In middle, Bhakti Yoga is there. Rest of the 6 chapters, Jnana Yoga is there. But if we see the entire Bhagavad Gita, 18 chapters, then in every chapter there is a mention of Bhakti Yoga. Krishna is saying, you have to bow down to me, you have to come to me. Although there are two different margas, right? Jnana Marga and Bhakti Marga. And Karma Arpanam is also there. So without Karma Arpana, without Bhakti, even you are not going to get success in your Jnana Marga. That realization of impersonal Brahman, a Jnani is going to get only by doing Bhakti. And Jiva Goswami in his Bhakti Sandarbha, he is setting that Bhakti is the complete method, complete process. Without Bhakti, nobody is going to know yogi, Ashtanga yogi, Karma yogi, Jnana yogi. They are not going to receive the mercy of the Supreme Lord. So himself, Krishna is saying that without bhakti, nobody is going to understand me, and you are my surrendered soul. And with this, concept in our mind, if we perform our devotional services, as I said, that the domain of Brahmaji is definitely very vast. He has to create the universe. But within our own domain, our domain is maybe I can create a garland. I can decorate deities. But that is happening only by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. That creative power which I have in myself or any devotee. So all the devotees or everybody for that matter is blessed with some kind of talent. And that talent we have to recognize within ourselves and pray to Krishna, and he is going to help us in cultivate talent more, in that talent more and more, so that we can utilize that talent in the service of the Lord. What Brahmaji is doing. Brahmaji has the impression and he knows how to create. But he is asking for the blessings of the Supreme Lord, because he knows without the mercy of the Supreme Lord, even he cannot create. So how can we think that if I am decorating the deities or creating a beautiful garland or managing something, some thing in the temple or anything, doing anything is doing without the mercy of the Lord, because I am a superstar. Huh? I am such a superstar, I can do some anything. When I speak, people listen. Huh? How can I think like that when Brahma himself is scared out of fear with the material association? And here I am very confident that because of me, I am just, this is my splendor. I mean, Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, what's that verse? Um, Devī Hesha Gunmayi Mam Maya Duratya Maya No. Prakriti Kriye Manani Guna Karmani Sarvasa. Yeah. Ahankar Vimud Atma Karta Ham Iti Manyate. This Vimud Atma, this person who is Vimudha Karta Ham, who is working under the modes of material nature, thinks that I am the one who is doing. And I am such a superstar. I am running the show. So that's the thing. We have to understand with the prayers of Brahma. This book is not just to read. This Bhagavatam is a massive literature. And many times we have found ourselves lost in Bhagavatam. Why? Because who is making conversation to who? So confusing. And what is the point of understanding? And what is the point in the point of understanding? We get lost. But if our purpose is clear of understanding Bhagavatam, that no matter what verse you read, that verse will be clear to you. And what is the prayojana of the Bhagavatam? The 10th topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, that is Ashraya Tattva. Shelter, that Ete Chamsa Kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the supreme person, and why this Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken? What was the reason? If anyone remember from Canto 2nd. What's the reason? What is happening? Who is talking? Who is saying Srimad Bhagavatam to whom? Sutta Goswami is talking with Shonaka Rishis, that's true. But Sutta Goswami is explaining about a story which happened in the past between Shukadev Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. But why Shukadev Goswami spoke this Bhagavatam for Parikshit Maharaj?
His delivery and also for all of us.
In order to awaken the love of Godhead. In order to awaken that prema for Krishna, so that when Parikshit Maharaj leave his body at the end of 7th day, he knows his identity as well as his connection with the Supreme Lord. And when he leaves his body, he is in complete prema of the Supreme Lord. In order to awaken the love of Godhead, Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken. And when this prayojana is clear in our mind, that this verse is going to awaken love for Godhead inside me, then any verse you read of Srimad Bhagavatam, you are going to get the point. Because all the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, they are taking us in that direction only. And with that, I am going to stop the discussion of Srimad Bhagavatam, but I am going to continue, because today is a very auspicious day. Anyone know what is today?
Disappearance Day of Ramananda Rai.
Yes, disappearance day of Sri Ramananda Rai. Sri Ramananda Rai ki jai. Sri Ramananda Rai, a very, very, very exalted devotee of Lord. And when I am saying this word again and again, very, very, very exalted devotee of Lord, that means he was a very great Vaishnava. 500 years ago, now here the story comes. 500 years ago, in the village, in the district of Jagannath Puri, in the village by the name Bantapur, near Brahimahiri Elanath. This village was there, Bantapur. There lived a very, very great Vaishnava, although this Vaishnava belonged to a Shudra community. And the name of this Vaishnava was Bhavananda Rai. And it has been said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to visit Alayanath every year. And this place is the birthplace of Sri Ramananda Rai. Bhavananda Rai have 5 sons, and Ramananda Rai was the eldest of these 5 sons. Ramananda Rai. And this Ramananda Rai, he was a statesman, poet, as well as a scholar. Not only that, he was a great Vaishnava. And he was a governor of East Godavari River and West Godavari River. So when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took sannyas at the end of his 24th year, so he went to Jagannath Puri. We all know that. And then in Jagannath Puri, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu converted Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya into a devotee. He was a Mayavadi philosopher, and from there he converted him into a Vaishnava. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he wanted to start his journey of preaching in South India. And when he started to go, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he told him that this is my request to you, that please meet with Sri Ramananda Roy. He is a very exalted Vaishnava. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, he knows about Ramananda Rai. And he wanted to meet with him himself too. So on the west side of Godavari River, it comes in chapter 8 of Madhya Leela. On the west side of Godavari River, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first met with Ramananda Rai. And Ramananda Rai, because of the bodily effulgence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, got to know that he is the Supreme Lord. And there were discourse between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai. And in this discourse, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a student and Ramananda Rai was a teacher. And this discourse, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked questions. What is the object and process of worship? And recite some of the verses from Vedic literatures to me. He said this to Ramananda Roy. And then Ramananda Roy, he started from Varnashram system. He started that Varnashram system is the process through which a devotee can reach to the Supreme Lord. Doing his prescribed duty. We can see in Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna is talking like that. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, tell me more. And Ramananda Roy then explained about Karma Arpana. That means give your fruits to the Supreme Lord. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, tell me more. And Ramananda Roy said, talked about detached action. Detached action, that means you are doing Karma Arpana, plus you are not carrying the doer mentality. Both. You are giving your fruits, plus you are detached from your work. No karma buddhi is there. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, tell me more. And then Ramananda Rai said, okay, knowledge mixed with devotional service. Jnana Mishra Bhakti. He's talked about Jnana Mishra Bhakti. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, tell me more. And then he said, the devotional service, the pure devotional service. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Tell me more. And then Ramananda Roy said, devotional service in conjugal love. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, tell me more. And then he gave the highest platform of devotional service. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, tell me more. Then he explained that Srimati Radharani is the condensed form of prema. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you are really close, but tell me more. And then Ramananda Rai said, he said that only the relationship between Radha and Krishna. And then in his own ecstasy, Ramananda Roy made a verse which is called Prem Vilasa Vivartava. Prem Vilas Vivartava. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, tell me how to achieve this. And Ramananda Rai said, only by the mercy of gopis of Vrindavan, anyone can reach up to that bhava. And he recited some verses from Vedic literature too. Both were crying after listening to this discourse. Both were crying. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested Ramananda Roy, you please come to Jagannath Puri and live your life live your life with me. And Sri Ramananda Rai said, I have to ask from Pratar Puruta, King Pratar Puruta, because he was the minister in the state. And I'm going to resign from my services and I'm going to live rest of my life with you. After the 6 years of preaching work, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned back to Jagannath Puri, Ramananda Rai came there after resigning from all his duties. He was just not a talk show. He actually did it. Left everything. And for the rest of 12 years, 48 years, right? 24 plus 6, 30. 18, yeah. For the rest of 18 years, Ramananda Roy lived his life as a close associate along with Swarupa Damodara Goswami with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And there is one more incident which brought the glory of Sri Ramananda Roy. He was just not an ordinary Vaishnava, Ramananda Roy. He was way too exalted, even more than the sannyasis. And this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is proving in Antya Leela, chapter number 5. There was one Brahmana by the name Pradyumna Mishra. He came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, he paid his obeisances and said, Mahaprabhu, please Mahaprabhu, I want to hear the talks of Krishna from you. And you know what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said? Prabhu kahena, Krishna katha, ami nahi jani. Sabe Ramananda jane, sabe Ramananda jane, tumi sunera ami. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Krishna Katha ami nahi jani. I don't know anything about Krishna Katha. Ramananda knows everything. You go to Ramananda and he is going to teach you or talk about Krishna Katha. Pradyumna Mishra got so excited that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually giving a reference to somebody else. Let me just go and check this out. And he went. And he went to see who is this Ramananda Roy, and he sat there and he saw that there were 2 beautiful young girls. And Ramananda Roy, he took these 2 beautiful girls in a solitary place. And then there, Sri Ramananda Roy, he bathed these girls by his own hands and then put massaging oil on their bodies and decorate them, dress them, everything, because he was creating a Jagannath Vallabh Natak drama. So that these Dāsīs can perform in front of the Jagannath deities. So, and Pradyumna Mishra observed this. And when Ramananda Roy came back from his teaching these Devadasis, Ramananda Roy came and he said, how can I help you? And Pradyumna Mishra said, I just wanted to have your darshan, and Pradyumna Mishra left from there. And next day, he explained the entire thing to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was dealing with two young, beautiful girls, and he was bathing them and, touching them and doing everything. I mean, dressing them. How am I going to hear Krishna Katha from this person? And you know what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said? It's very, very profound. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you know what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Ami sannyasi, that I am sannyasi, but when I hear about a woman, the word woman, I get shaken. But Ramananda Roy, although he is touching the bodies of young girls, he is touching them as like he is touching the wood. Because he considered them just a matter. And he is just decorating them just for the Jagannath, for the Lordship, so that they can perform in front of Jagannath. There is no vikara or transformation happening in his mind, in his heart. And on top of that, Ramananda Roy, one of his identity which is explained is that he is Vishaka Sakhi and also Lalita Sakhi. And Gaur Ganadesha Deepika is saying that he is Arjun. So he is in Gopi Bhava and Gopi is touching to Gopi. And on top of that, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving, he is saying he is touching them just like he is touching a wood. For him, everything is same. Even he is touching the bodies of young girls, bathing them, and even we can see in Ante Leela, some specific body parts of those Dasis are also described. When you read, you just get, oh wow. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained, he is just touching them just like wood. There is no transformation in his mind. He is such an elevated Vaishnava. So please go and hear from him, because he is the one who knows the real relationship, conjugal love between Radha and Krishna. And then Pradyumna Mishra went back and he heard Krishna Katha from Ramananda Roy. And in entire Ante Leela, starting from the first chapter when Rupa Goswami came to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Rupa Goswami is making two different nataks, Vidak Mādhavā and Lalit Mādhavā, two nataks. There also, Ramananda Roy is the one to whom Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, explain, you tell your things to him. And Ramananda Roy is just relishing everything. And Ramananda Roy, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, out of ecstasy for the love, for the separation, in the mood of Srimati Radharani, in Gambhira, during his last few years, specifically his 12 years, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it was Ramananda Roy who used to recite the verses from Srimad Bhagavatam of Gopi's love and Radharani's mood. Those verses are there. To Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to console him, to solace him from this, or to increase his ecstasy for separation. It was Ramananda Roy. So Ramananda Roy and Swarup Damodar, they used to be with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 24/7. But at night time, they appointed one servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that please stand on the door so that Mahaprabhu don't run outside and go somewhere. And about the disappearance of Sri Ramananda Roy, which is the auspicious date today, I have read in Gaudiya Vaishnava book, not in CC Chaitanya Charitamrita, that after the disappearance of Mahaprabhu, Swarup Damodara Goswami, he gets so morose that this Swarup Damodara Goswami, he also disappeared. But Ramananda Roy, one thing, sorry, I forgot to mention at that, when the discourse was happening at the bank of river Godavari, at that time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed him his original form of combined form of Radha and Krishna. We have the photo here. And after looking at that, Ramananda Roy fainted. And Ramananda Roy, before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started to show this form, Ramananda Roy said, why you are looking blackish? golden, what's happening with you? And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tried to hide his identity. No, you are in so much love with Krishna that you are looking Krishna, you are seeing Krishna everywhere. But ultimately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed himself as Radha and Krishna. Where is the photo? Here. And Ramananda Roy fainted. So Ramananda Roy knew the real identity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's why after the disappearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ramananda Roy still alive in order to solace or console the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And after some time, he also got disappeared. So with the bhava of Sri Chaitanya, Sri Ramananda Roy, we can see that he was an incarnation of Vishakha Sakhi and Lalita Sakhi. But Gaur Ganadesh Deepika is saying that he is an incarnation of Arjuna. And also Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also said to Bhavananda Roy, his father, that you are Pandu and your 5 sons are Pandavas. So there is definitely a rasa bhas. That means the contradiction in the bhavas. He, in his entire life, depicted the mood of Gopi. Mood of Gopi. In the entire pastimes of Sri Ramananda Roy. But also one of his identity was given as Arjuna too. So Ramananda Roy, although he was in Grahastha Ashrama, he was in Shudra family, he was not Brahmana, but he was one of the closest associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that's because of a reason that Sri Ramananda Roy knows the science of conjugal love, relationship between Radha and Krishna. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu relished this mood from the mouth of Sri Ramananda Roy. Please read Ante Leela chapter 5 about Pradyumna Mishra's story. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so many verses in the glorification of Sri Ramananda Roy. May Sri Ramananda Roy bless all of us on this day, on this very auspicious day of his disappearance, or his connecting back in the Leelas of Sri Krishna and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that we also make our spiritual progress, living in Grahastha Ashrama, belong to a Shudra community, and we also can become a dear associate and dear servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Ramananda Rai ki
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Gaur Premanandi Hari. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji, for narrating these beautiful pastimes. Ramananda Roy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thank you, that was really sweet.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Any questions? Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for coming and blessing.
Some of the songs, I do not realize that was what you were doing, it's the first song I've heard yet.
Yes, yes. It's very beautiful. Chaitanya Charitamrita is just like a sweet dessert. And it's Madhya Leela chapter 8, Ante Leela chapter 5, specifically for Ramananda Roy, but Ante Leela, starting from chapter 1, Ramananda Roy is there. And it's because of Ramananda Roy that there was meeting between King Pratar Puruta and
I didn't know
so many things. Actually, Ramananda Roy has so many pastimes in Chaitanya Charitamrita that, it's difficult to explain. We don't have that much time, words, glorification.
Just that picture
Yes.
is so beautiful when you see,
Yes.
Mahaprabhu revealing himself as Radha and
Is that
Krishna.
Ramananda, right?
Yes, that's Ramananda
And
Roy.
he only revealed this to
Yeah.
one person.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that's what. He revealed his Shadbhuj Roop to Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya in 17th chapter of Adi Leela. We can see that. But Radha and Krishna. And there also Mahaprabhu was trying to hide the identity. He was trying to hide the identity, but he said, no, this is real, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed. that I am the combined form. And there is a particular name for this combined form. I'm just forgetting here. Yeah, that's what. But today's verse was very beautiful. The lessons are very beautiful from Brahmaji, Brahmaji's creative energy. Actually, we are going from Monday. We are going for Disney World with kids. I was meditating on these verses this morning. I'm so fearful with the material. I'm like, I don't want to be there the entire day and not reading and doing anything. But I was thinking that like Brahmaji was doing the prayers. So I think this should be my meditation too for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
And next week.
Yeah.
I'm scared myself.
That's good. It'd be healthy fear of Maya.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes. Anyway.
if you remain fearful of Maya, then you'll
Yeah.
be protected.
Yeah. But Disney World is actually too much materialism.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go to Sadhusanga
Yes.
after that?
After that, we are going to Sadhu Sangha. But before that, yeah.
Well, at least Sadhusanga will bring you back. Even whatever you may happen, whatever, even if you get neutralized, you know, you're devotee, you're fixed, you're studying all the time.
So that's the fear that reading is not, I don't know when the reading is going to happen, because that's the thing. And the books are so big, especially Bhagavatam.
Yeah.
So
Even just some
even my
verses.
husband, he said, you are not taking the big book. I don't know what I have to do. Maybe some printout so that you can actually fix up your mind, you know.
Morning time japa.
Japa,
and then,
that's
reading,
yeah,
and then
reading.
But I know, so you get in these things, okay, you have to go this time, that time, this time, what are we going to eat? What and then you start, your mind starts going. Yeah. Anyway, this is, you'll be fine.
Yeah, please
We'll
pray
pray,
for me.
we'll pray.
Pray for me. Yeah.
But then Sadhu Sangha right after that, say, then you'll be, you'll have a comparison of the two natures.
Yes, I know. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jai, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada.
At least kids are excited, so.
Yeah.
How do you manage prasad, Mataji?
Huh?
How do you manage prasad?
So